In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to write ordinal numbers, specifically eighth in Excel, in a way that's both visually appealing and correct. Excel, as you know, is an incredibly powerful tool, not just for crunching numbers, but also for presenting data in a way that's easy to read and understand. One aspect that often gets overlooked, though, is the presentation of ordinal numbers, those little ST for first, ND for second, RD for third, and Th for fourth, and so on, that we add at the end of numbers to denote positional order. Let's start with the basics. First and foremost, you'll need an Excel file to practice on. For this tutorial, we're using a specific example file. It's easy to follow along, so if you have your Excel ready, open it up and let's dive in. Imagine you've typed out eighth in a cell, but it looks a bit plain and not quite right visually. The goal here is to have the th in a smaller font size and slightly raised above the 8, which is a formatting style known as superscript. This is common in textbooks and formal documents, contributing to a professional look. How do we achieve this in Excel? Let's go through the steps. The first trick involves keyboard shortcuts, a lifesaver for anyone looking to speed up their Excel workflow. After you've typed eighth, highlight just the th part. Now on your keyboard, press Ctrl plus Shift plus F. This shortcut brings up the font settings dialog, where you can make various adjustments to your selected text. However, if you're not much of a keyboard shortcut fan, there's another way to achieve this effect through the Excel ribbon menu. Look at the Home tab. Within the font group, there's a tiny icon in the bottom right corner. It looks like a small arrow pointing diagonally down and to the right. Clicking this icon also opens the font settings dialog. It's always great to have options on how to do things in Excel, isn't it? Once you have the font settings dialog open from either the shortcut or the Home tab method, look for the superscript option. You'll find checkbox options for various font effects here, but the one we're interested in is superscript. Check this box. What this does is raise the selected text slightly above the baseline and reduces its size, giving you exactly the kind of presentation used for ordinal numbers. Once you've checked the superscript option, go ahead and click OK to apply the change. And just like that, you've formatted eighth in a professional and academically correct manner. It's a simple touch, but it really does make a difference in how your spreadsheet is perceived, especially if you're preparing it for a presentation or a report. But before we wrap up, here are a few additional tips to consider. Superscript formatting isn't limited to ordinal numbers. You can use it whenever you need text to be subtly distinguished from the main content without disrupting the flow of your data, like footnotes, mathematical exponents, and so on. Excel's flexibility in formatting allows you to customize your spreadsheets in ways that can make your data clearer and more accessible to your audience. Remember, the key to mastering Excel lies not just in understanding how to perform complex calculations, but also in mastering these seemingly minor formatting details. They can elevate the professionalism and readability of your documents, making your work stand out in the crowd. That wraps up our tutorial on how to format ordinal numbers in Excel. I hope you found these tips helpful and that they make your Excel experience smoother and more productive. Whether you're using Excel for school, work, or personal projects, knowing how to fine-tune the presentation of your data can make your spreadsheets more effective and pleasant to use. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to practice what you've learned today.